What is up, everybody? This is the motherfucking dawn. It is Thursday. It's 10:05. And my question for you is, are your children put to bed? Because if not, they should be, because they don't need to be hearing all this kind of stuff. So, what is everyone up to tonight, my friends? Me? Chilling. This is just another episode of Just Shooting the Shit, and I'm your boy, the Dawn, the one, the only, the myth, the legend. I am the one that is going to set it straight. I'm going to tell you how it is, and if you don't like it, well, hey, man, we're just shooting shit, right? James, right, what's up, my friend? What is up, my brother? That's a friend of mine from the best fan page in the world, the Tea Party Network. It's the best, it's the greatest. Man, I'll tell you what, guys. Not really a lot's happening as far as in the world of politics, so we don't really have to dive into that too much. Thank God. I know we're all tired of hearing about shit like that. Whether you support whoever or not, you just get tired of hearing it, you know. But I must say though that the State of the Union address is coming up, and there's going to be some people that are not going to be showing up. You know, some key. Some key, Democrats, stuff like that. So, whatever. Who cares? I mean, it's what we would say too. Hey, Trish, I'm sorry I didn't see you there. What's up? My buddy Eric's in here. What's up? All my friends, all my regulars up in here, chilling. It's awesome. We're having a good time, and tonight's gonna be a little bit different because I started this about 3 months ago as a solo thing. And then I branched out with Dr. Toon for Just Our Opinion, because I figured, it'd be kind of cool to debate and, haggle with somebody, on a regular basis for a regular show. But tonight's going to be a little bit different, because tonight I am going to take live guests. And, hey, what's up, Ryan? What's up, my boy? So I am going to be taking some live guests. I have got, actually, who I like to refer to as Lil Don, is going to be on here in about 2 seconds. I'm going to get him on here in about 2 seconds. And we're going to talk about probably some Star Wars, maybe, possibly something like that. So, again, I want questions, I want comments, I want blood, I want semen, I want sweat and tears. I want it all on this motherfucking screen right here, okay? That's just how it has to be. Because it's only fun when we all interact. So, I'm going to get him on here right now. He should be here any second.
Hello.
And there's Lil Don right there.
Yes. Yep.
That's your official nickname, Lil Don.
I'll take that.
Good man. I was hoping you'd like that.
Yep.
Did you just give me a thumbs up?
No, I don't think I did, but there, I might have.
Whoever did, rock on. That's awesome.
Yep.
How's your day been?
Good. All right. Kind of prepping up for something going on Saturday.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. We won't get into it, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep all positive and good vibes here.
So, how was your day?
Hey, it's work.
Yeah.
It's a paycheck. It's another day that I'm not on welfare.
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it.
Another day that I don't collect food stamps or any of that unnecessary government stuff in my position. That is. Now, I'm not saying it's unnecessary, just in my position.
Yeah. That. Yeah.
Because the world, not just the country, the world does not need bums.
No, it doesn't. And
I'm not going to get too political tonight, but we don't need bums.
No.
I don't mind helping people that need the system, but the ones that are too lazy to get up and get their ass to the job, I got no sympathy for you.
I totally agree. I was 14 years old when I got my first job. I had 2 jobs when I was 15, so I mean I kind of jumped ahead of the curve there. But
I had 12.
Yeah,
I was out.
Like
12 when I got my job.
I look at kids my age and they're in jail. It's like why would you do that? Like, you were wasting your life on something so pointless.
Oh yeah.
When you could go, you might not want to go to college. You could still enlist into the military. You can go do some jobs that pay really good that you don't have to go to college for. Granted, I mean, you're not going to get a full paycheck like you would, right?
Oh, I cut you off for 2 seconds. Oh, my buddy Zach's in, and my old friend Remy's in. Awesome. I'm glad to have you all. Remy and I have been friends for, 22, 23 years, something like that. Old friend from Morristown. Good to see you on here. I've seen you in here a couple of times.
Someone from the cottage is on here. Hi, Joe.
Who's on there?
Someone from the cottage. 2 over right beside Dave.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So let's talk a little bit about movies, if you
Well,
want.
let's talk. No. Let's not talk about movies. Let's talk about Star Wars.
Okay. Yeah. So
in general. So what we're going to do is I got a little flack about this because my last show, Dr. Tuna and I talked about The Last Jedi. We try not to give any spoilers around. Hey, Tim, what's up, buddy? It's my old buddy Tim. Hey there, Tim. It's my buddy Tim from him and I used to work at Best Buy together. Anyway, I got a lot of flack because some people, believe it or not, still haven't seen the friggin' movie.
Yeah.
So
spoilers.
You know what?
Possible spoilers for The Last Jedi.
So what we're going to do is we're not really going to. We're going to give our opinions on it,
Yeah.
but we're going to do a little compare and contrast to The Force Awakens versus The Last Jedi. Since it's the same universe, it's the same timeline.
Right. And we'll also talk about some others, like the prequels and the originals, if that's cool with you.
No, we don't need to even talk about that.
Okay.
No, we're just going to talk about these two.
Okay.
Because everybody knows how these two are so fresh. I'm not going to talk about Rogue One because it's in a different timeline.
Yeah.
The next one after Rogue One, whatever the sequel to Rogue One is.
Well, it's not going to be a sequel. In May, we're going to have Solo.
Which I can't wait for that. That's going to be good. Rock on. Thumbs up for that.
Yeah, I'm worried about it because apparently I'm not going to get into spoilers. I don't read spoilers on Star Wars. But apparently Disney is getting ready for this thing to bomb because the actor cannot act. He can't be Han Solo.
Listen, there's some good actors in there besides the guys playing Solo, actors that you're not aware of. But one of my favorite actors, Woody Harrelson's going to be in there. And he was in Zombieland, stuff like that. But no, it's going to be good. It's time we have a Solo story.
Yeah, I just hope they don't ruin it. I hope they don't ruin Han Solo, which I'm afraid they are.
You know what? They could have ruined The Last Jedi, and there's parts that I think they could have done better. We'll talk about that here in a second. But Force Awakens versus Last Jedi. I like The Force Awakens, and I do like it. It's not the weakest one. The Phantom Menace is always going to be the weakest one.
I got to disagree with you on that. I have to say Attack of the Clones. Because you got
to... No. That's blasphemy. Blasphemy. We know what blasphemy does to everybody. I'm sure we all do. Here's the thing. And if you were in our age gap as Dr. Toon and I, you would agree, because we waited 24 years for this bastard to come out. And yeah, it would have been amazing if it was the first one ever. But Jar Jar Binks did not need it.
No, that's the problem with it.
Qui-Gon died way too soon in that last battle with Darth Maul.
Yep.
And see, this big thing, Darth Maul. If you go and watch the whole movie, the whole 2 hours, 10 minutes of the whole movie, and you count the minutes he's in there for 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Not 6, 5.
Yeah,
and but horseshit.
But they did bring him back
was that
for...
Was that you that put a thumbs up on there?
No.
Okay, cool. So here's the thing. It's horseshit. And here's the thing. They progressively got better. Attack of the Clones got darker and darker and darker. And by the way, man, the little bastard that played Anakin kind of reminds me of you when you were a kid.
Yeah, I was a little.
You kind of looked a little bit like him, you know?
Yeah, I've never got that. I've never got that before. But
there you go. So there you go, man. I'm gonna start calling you little Anakin.
No, Annie. That's what they called him, Annie.
No, we're not gonna go that far. Here's the thing: they progressively got better because I know I said we're gonna talk about this, but you dragged me into this, and then Revenge of the Sith came out, and that's like my second favorite one. Hey, Linz, what's up? That's our cousin Lindsay.
For a long time.
Listen, silence. No, what were you gonna say?
For a long time,
silence.
Revenge of the Sith was my favorite. And then it was.
Out of all of them?
Out of all of them.
Well, yeah, okay, that's cool. I'll give you that. That's my second favorite one, so I'll give you that.
And then it was Return of the Jedi. Return of the Jedi was my favorite for a while, just because, I got to see Anakin again. And then I just got into The Empire Strikes Back. I loved it, right? And so I would have to say definitely Empire for me. My second favorite, I'm going to say Revenge of the Sith. Third favorite, last.
Is awesome?
Revenge of the Sith is my second. My
Dude, right at the end, right at the end when Anakin and Obi-Wan had that fight, right?
right.
And just when he turned, and I think personally Hayden Christensen's a horrible actor.
Oh yeah.
He was good. He was really good in Sith. He was a little whiny in Attack of the Clones. I totally get that. But when they're fighting and he turns around, he looks at his damn sensei and he's like, "I hate you."
Yeah.
I'm like, damn,
Yeah. Yeah. And
evil.
you watch the entire prequels and the Clone Wars, and it's so sad to watch Episode 3 because it's like there's this guy that got completely torn away. He lost his mother, and then he kills his wife. But I mean, it was just so sad.
When he slaughters that village for killing his mother,
That and
that's when he turned to the dark side.
yeah, remember when you heard "No, Anakin, no"? That was actually, I believe, that was Liam Neeson that said that. It was Qui-Gon, of course, Qui-Gon that said, "No, don't do this," because that's who it sounded like.
Man, I'll tell you what. It's just the battle at the end, with Yoda and Dooku.
Yeah.
I mean, that was like freaking awesome.
Oh, it was great. Yeah.
But the CGI, okay, and I don't care. This is a spoiler. I don't care. The CGI they did on Yoda on Last Jedi, I was not really impressed with.
It wasn't CGI. It was actually a puppet.
Well, I'm sorry. You're right. It was a puppet. My bad. But
Yep.
Hey, Shell, what's up, bro?
I wasn't impressed with that either. I was not at all.
I wasn't really impressed with the whole island sequence because there should have been more training.
Yeah.
It should have been more in depth. And
Yeah.
here's the thing: they were giving Luke Skywalker, I think, a little too much of the MCU universe humor.
Yep.
Actually, in general, there was a little too much of the MCU universe. I understand that Disney owns Disney and they own Star Wars, and that's awesome. They're going to make billions no matter how shit or how good the movie is. But here's the thing. I can't remember her character's name. The actress's name is Laura Dern.
Vice Admiral Holdo.
I hated her. She was a cunt. And I will tell you what. When she stormed through that ship at hyperspeed, it redeemed everything I hated about her. I loved her. I was like, you know what? What a way to go out.
Yep. Yeah, it was great. It was phenomenal. Like, just how that happened. And I honestly kind of think she could still be alive because you never saw her death. You just saw white light.
She ain't alive. Both those ships are like in milliparticles now. Come on. She's not alive. She's dead. You know what? She died the honorable way. She died the damn kamikaze way.
Yeah.
She did it for the damn Force, damn it.
Yeah. Now,
she did it for Leia.
Yeah. One thing that my dad said is Snoke is still alive, and I honestly can't see that.
Man, he's cut in half.
Well, Darth Maul got cut in half and came back.
Man, I was hoping that damn Kylo Ren and what's the bitch's name?
Ray.
I always want to call her Ray. I mean, I know we're gonna get a better fight on the next one, but I wanted a better fight on this one.
I didn't want to see them fight. I wanted to see.
Man, they're brother and sister. I guarantee it, man.
I kind of have a feeling because Dad pointed out at the end when they connected with the Force after Snoke was dead when they were on the Cell Planet. I'm
a Dr. There he is, right there.
Yeah. See, he's still alive. He is not.
Listen to me, Toon. Well, let me get this in because we will debate this on Saturday when we talk about this. And guys, just our opinion. Volume 5 goes up Saturday at 10 o'clock. We are going to debate this. He's not alive. He's dead. He's cut in half.
Yes, and Darth Maul came back, sure. But you know what? Darth Maul was in his peak condition. Look at Snoke. The dude is completely messed up. More messed up than Anakin when he got 3 limbs cut off. And that's true. Like, Anakin would have a better chance getting cut in half and coming back alive than Snoke ever would.
I mean, here's the thing. Okay, Last Jedi. I've seen it 3 times. Going to go see it. Hopefully, I'll go see it again. I got the thing called the Movie Pass, guys. Y'all need to get it. Go see all the movies you want. $10 a month, 1 movie a day. Unfortunately, only in the States. So my fellow brothers and sisters in Canada can't get it yet. I've petitioned it for you, though.
Sorry, Dr.
Especially for Mr. Guy Fig down there. That's my cohort. But anyway, here's the thing. It gets better with each viewing, right? It does. But at the same time, you catch more flaws each time because is it a perfect movie? No, obviously it's not. Is it more perfect than Force Awakens?
Yes. Yep.
Here's the thing. What's the I'm so horrible with the names on these newer ones. I'm more the old school. What's the black dude's name?
The who?
What's the black guy's name?
Finn.
Finn, right?
Yep.
Okay, it was cool when they introduced him in the first one. He played my buddy at work pointed this out today. He played the exact same character in the second one now. He could have changed up his humor and blah, 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 blah. But, I mean, like I said, it's got its flaws, but at the same time, I was totally entertained.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, yeah, it was a longer movie, of course. I expect a Star Wars movie to be at least 2 hours.
Yeah.
And that's fine, because when I go watch movies like Star Wars or Lord of the Rings or something epic, I want all loose ends tied, unless there's a sequel, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but The Force Awakens, I liked it. I would have liked it a lot better if it wasn't called The New Hope. That's all it was a damn rehash of New Hope. That's all it was, a new character.
Yeah, one thing that I like about The Last Jedi is it was a mixture of all of them. Hey,
what's up, Jeff? I'm sorry, man. What's up, Jess? Man, I haven't talked to you in forever. Man, I hope you guys are doing good. Sorry, go for it.
I like it that they, you could definitely see the similarities between the Empire and The Last Jedi. But you could also see Last Jedi and Return of the Jedi, like when Rey was in Snoke's throne room and Snoke pushed her up to that window thing, and you could see the resistance ships getting cut or getting destroyed. It was a rehash, in my opinion, of Return, and it was kind of nice. It really was. But
yeah,
I just hope in Episode 9 they completely. Well, I hope they explain why Leia won't be in it, and B, I really hope Luke Skywalker comes back as a Force Ghost. I didn't like that at the end. I just thought that was horrible. And I think they should.
I thought it was cool though when he did the whole hologram thing. When he was there in spirit. Yeah. I like that when he went after him and he went slow-mo under his damn lightsaber. Yeah. That part was awesome as hell.
Hold on, Dad, what's a port?
Port to the new Jar Jar. Man, I hope nothing's the new Jar Jar. God bless. Man, if there is a way to fuck up Star Wars, it's going to be Disney bringing back Jar Jar.
Unless they bring him back to kill him.
If they bring Jar Jar, if they kill him, that's awesome. If they bring, just don't kill them. Kill the whole bloodline. Blow them all up. Kill them.
Yes.
Kill them all.
Yes.
I don't want nobody. And I'm pretty sure anybody even that hates Star Wars hates Jar Jar.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Carol, my old friend Carol White from, well, it was L.A., but now she's in Vegas, I believe. Now she is watching. I've been knowing her for a long time. Carol, what is up, my soul sister? I haven't seen you forever. And my buddy Randy is on here that I work with. I don't know if he has the balls for me to bring him on, because I asked him if he'd come on live with me one day, and he said he might. So we'll see if he sticks around. But guys, people that are entering this room, I want comments.
Yeah.
I want questions. Yeah. I want feedback. I want it all, because guys, I'm doing this for you guys. I'm doing this for fun. Like I said, I'm here to entertain. I'm here to educate, and I'm here to fuck shit up. And Trish, I love you to death, but no Jar Jar. I think you probably think it's cute and blah blah blah. But you know what? They need to chop his head off.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
They need to chop his head off. I'm sorry. I hate to say that. He's about almost as annoying as Frodo from damn Lord of the Rings. And I love Lord of the Rings. Nothing against Elijah Wood, but I mean, it's just that character. I obviously Jar Jar's not even a secondary character. He's horrible. Frodo's the main character of Lord of the Rings, but still, same kind of universe. I mean, same kind of scenario for me. You know, Trish, I'll tell you what. You want to come on the show with me and we'll debate this? After I'm done with him, I'm gonna get on here and I will debate this.
No, he is not dead. Dad, he needs
Who's
to
the
die.
Sith Master?
Jar Jar.
Oh yeah, he is. All right, keep on giving me your Jar Jar Rocks comments. It's all good. I give you a thumbs down for that.
Yep. But
I love you anyway. I love you anyway because that's her and I have been friends for how long? God, I'm gonna say about 9-10 months now. I met her on one of my fan networks, and she's the coolest cat from Canada. She's from somewhere in the Owen Sound area, I believe is where she's from. I don't know if you know where that's at, Little Don, but
yeah, it's in Ontario, right?
Okay, so you know when you're driving up to Barrie,
right?
Here's the map. Here's Barrie, okay?
Okay.
She's on the other side.
Oh, okay.
Other side of I believe it's Lake Huron, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I've been in Lake Huron before.
Oh, keep talking. I need to grab something right quick. Sorry, guys.
All right. Comment stuff so I can answer stuff because I don't know what to talk about besides hockey. And no, he is not the Grand Sith Master. Jar Jar they need to just put a little like 5-minute short of Jar Jar and watch him die. Like just a full compilation of Jar Jar.
I tell you what they need to do. They need to throw him in like an hour and a half like new Saw movie. Because Saw, you've never seen Saw. It's all about torture devices for killing people. That's what he needs to be on.
Yeah.
And I'm not a Saw fan. I would watch it. I would actually pay, even though I got the free movie pass. I would pay $10 to go watch that.
Yeah, that Praetorian Red Guard or the guard.
Oh, somebody's got some fighting words, man. The King's Blow. Hey. I can't say anything bad about the Islanders because I think they're actually doing pretty good this year too. So
yeah, that is some fighting words. The Kings are doing horrible, unfortunately, right now. They were doing so good, and now they're just collapsing.
If you were talking about my Canada blanket, yes, it is.
Yeah.
My buddy Eric, he asked me where the bourbon's at. That's Nightmare on Elm Street 3 referral. Eric, where's bourbon?
Dad,
Yes,
they only let one goal in, and the Predators are losing 2-1 over the Coyotes. No, the Predators are losing 2-1 over the Coyotes, and I believe the Islanders.
I can't believe the Predators are losing.
No, I do. They never beat the Coyotes ever.
Guys, you guys are gonna be the death of me because I chain smoking when I'm on these damn shows with you people. Marlboro. Hey, my friend Tara's on here. I used to work with her at Blockbuster. What is up, Tara? I hope you are having a wonderful New Year, my dear. And an old buddy from Garson, actually an old friend of my brother's, Dr. Toon from Garson, Ontario, Canada, where I'm from. Mr. Ken Beesnet, dude, I haven't talked to him forever. What's up, my friend? Oh, my buddy, my buddy Ron. Did you see what he said? Where he said lightning all the way? He's from Florida, so yeah. I'm sorry.
At least you didn't say the Panthers because
hell, the Panthers, man.
I can't stand the Panthers. I don't mind Tampa Bay. They're not a team that I can't stand, like Pittsburgh or any California team, but the Kings. So, I mean, I'm not gonna throw shade on that. I just like to throw shade when my dad starts talking smack about my Kings. And yeah, so.
Man, that's all good. Listen, as you know, I'm a Bruins fanatic.
Yeah, I'm a Kings fanatic.
And you're a Kings fanatic. All right, dude. My buddy Dr. Toon, my brother's getting off. So Saturday night, just our opinion with Dr. Toon and I. Again, we will pick up where him and I left off. But no, the Bruins, I'm happy they're actually dude, you're doing actually pretty damn good this year.
I can't believe it. I honestly can't believe it.
They'll lose one or two, then they'll go on like an 8-game winning streak.
Yeah, and the Kings are doing their normal yearly ritual where they.
Man, the Predators stunk at the beginning, and they picked up. Man, they're doing smoking this year. Good, good for them because that's my favorite team.
Look at the Vegas Golden Knights, the biggest surprise.
Man, those guys are rocking it. But then again, here's the thing, man. They got capital to back them up. They got all the talent in the world. You know, they're going to end up being like the New York Yankees of hockey because they're going to have the money to put anybody they want on that team.
Yeah.
They got Vegas backing them. Look at all the casinos that are probably backing them with money.
Yeah, they're
good for them. That's awesome.
Oh, 100%. I like to see new teams succeed. I like Arizona, Florida, even worse, right? Like there's just some expansion franchises or relocations that should not be. Like I don't think there should be a team in Anaheim, California because you're 20 miles away from Los Angeles, and then upstate you got San Jose. So I mean that's just a natural place where sports goes is California, unfortunately, but it is what it is. I mean, I'm just happy Las Vegas is getting some love because
oh hell yes.
Well, Vegas is the first professional sports team ever in the state of Nevada.
Let's see here. My buddy Philip. Hey Philip, still on there, bro? I want to see if he responds to that. That's my buddy from high school I'll be talking to with in here in a few minutes. I haven't seen him since high school.
Hey, Liz.
Oh, looks like Liz is on here. God bless. I will be seeing you April, I guess?
Yeah, April.
Awesome. Can't wait to see you.
Yep.
Can't wait to see
Bill?
Bill. No, I know Bill. What's
Teddy Bear.
Dang, I knew it was bear. I forgot it was
You
Tang.
can't.
I've had
Sorry.
a couple. I've had a couple of. Listen, I've had a couple to drink tonight. I'm drinking as we speak. I've got lemonade iced tea mixed with vodka.
Sorry, Liz, that he insulted your dog. That is the 12th commandment. Thou shalt not insult teddy bear.
Listen, I'm drinking vodka, man. The Russians made me do it. So,
Yeah, I'm playing Russia.
that's right. I'm gonna blame them on that fake dossier that they made me. They made me drink vodka. So.
Yep.
So yes.
You see, Patrice Bergeron is the fourth highest goal, or the seventh highest goal scorer in Bruins history.
You know who number one is, don't you?
Bobby Orr, right?
Who's number two?
I don't know about the Bruins.
Well, my favorite's number three. He's Cam Neely. And then the best defenseman, in my opinion, ever to play the game. Well,
Blame Putin. Yep.
I'll blame Putin and everything. I get hemorrhoids. I'll blame him.
Yep.
Might as well. I got to blame somebody. He is a scapegoat.
Yeah.
So me, like arguably the greatest defenseman of all time is Bobby Orr.
Yeah.
I get that because of what he did and blah 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 blah. But me personally, I think the best ever is Ray Bourque. And he played with Boston as well too. And he is stats wise, he's like in the top 5, but I think he's number 1. Now, of course, we all know who number 1 greatest hockey player of all time. It's always going to be Gretzky.
Always going to be Gretzky. Number 2 is always going to be Lemieux.
Yeah, I'll see Lemieux. I know Gordie Howe's up there, but I think Lemieux's number 2.
Oh, any day. Like Lemieux, his first
don't
shot.
Get me wrong, Gordie Howe, probably maybe one of the toughest players ever to play. But back then, you had to be tough or tougher because you didn't have face masks, You didn't have mouth gears, you didn't have nothing.
No, when you got hit, you got really hurt. And the nets weren't on moorings. Like, when you hit them, they stuck, and it broke bones. That's why when you see a confrontation in front of the net comes off, is because of that.
Yep.
And, I'm really curious to see how the season's going to end. I mean, Pittsburgh is looking horrible. LA was looking very good. Now they're looking garbage. And Boston usually chokes around now, so who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, really, like teams that do usually start the season good start to choke around now. Like, look at Tampa. Sorry, Ryan, but Tampa Bay, they're choking. I don't think they've won a game in, 3 or 4 games?
Something like that, yeah.
And that's crazy. But look at Edmonton. Did phenomenal last year. Can't win a game this year.
Nope.
And that sucks. I mean, I really thought Edmonton was going to go all the way this year. Personally.
Oh, excuse me, guys. I'm actually inviting somebody right quick.
Yep.
And he's not on there for some odd reason. I don't know why. All right.
Yep.
He'll be back on. I lost my train of thought for a second. Wait, hockey. Let's just hope the damn Blackhawks don't make the Stanley Cup again this year.
Yeah, yep. Or Pittsburgh. I'm sick and tired of Pittsburgh. 2 years in a row, that's it.
Well, they should have lost that last game, and officiating was horrible.
Yeah, they should.
But then again, Nashville should never have been down like that either, though, at the same time.
No, well, it was all the ref's fault. They scored a goal, and the ref called it off. Which,
of course they did. They're playing in Pittsburgh.
They were playing in Nashville.
Oh, I thought they were playing in Pittsburgh for the last game.
No.
Was it Nashville?
Yep. They were playing in Nashville. I forget who shot it through Murray's leg. As soon as it hit Murray's pad, they blew the whistle. It went right through. It was less than a second. It went right through his legs. Colton Sissons banged it in, and it didn't go through at all. It was horrible. I was so mad. That was my last time ever cheering, even remotely for Pittsburgh, unless it's against the Blackhawks, the Canadians, or any California team besides the Kings.
Well, hell, man, you never know. They might make it back this year. You never know.
I don't think they can. They have just been doing horrible this year. I mean, when you have Colorado has more points than you, you're doing bad. I mean, you lose your second game of the season 10-1 to the Blackhawks. It's pretty bad.
It is.
Yeah, and there was another 10-1 game. Oh, Montreal against, I believe, Detroit. 10-1.
Oh, by the way, guys, when you eat deviled eggs all day and go online on live, you bring Lysol, which I must spray right now because it stinks like rotten asshole.
I feel bad for your wife.
And it's all right. She's well. I don't know. I can probably wake her up out of a dead sleep. So yeah. So for anybody that knows me, I had to go to the damn eye doctor this week. Apparently, I broke a blood vessel in my eye, and blurry, and blah 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 blah. I was sick. I coughed too hard, whatever it may be. So I have got to go back for an eye exam next week, a regular one. But for the time being, I
Nice glasses. Nice glasses.
And the thing is, it's actually a board when I put this on. This is for more far away shit, so I guess I'm nearsighted, I guess is what they call it.
Yep.
So I get to wear glasses, probably. I'm going to go pick up some pimping glasses, though, man.
Well, I'm going to be getting new glasses very soon, too.
I'm just happy my insurance actually pays for this stuff.
We can only hope my insurance, once I finally get insurance, whenever that is, will cover them. Because I will pick out a new pair of glasses. Hopefully I can get contacts, because that would be awesome.
Yeah.
I hate wearing glasses. Every other... What?
I'm reading a comment here. Are we going to talk about how the hell they are tracking ships through light speed jumps?
Oh, I can address that right now, because I actually was noticing that. If you watch Rogue One, when they were looking for the Death Star plans, Jyn Erso mentions light speed tracking, hyperspace tracking, and that's how it was just brought by the, like, when Kylo Ren said we recovered the map, the remainder of the map from the archives of the Empire and The Force Awakens. That's what they easily found the hyperspace tracking. So that was kind of cool. I mean, I do want to ask you something. What is your favorite starfighter in Star Wars? Prequels, original, or sequels?
I go original.
Okay, so what's your favorite, like, in all of Star Wars? What's your favorite starfighter? So, like, TIE Fighter, X-Wing, A-Wing, TIE Interceptor, TIE Bomber.
Oh, I go for the TIE Fighter all the way.
Including X-Wing, like everything. Every faction. So that's Republic, Separatist, Empire, Rebellion, First Order, Resistance.
That's a good question because I have no idea.
I can easily answer mine. My favorite starfighter is easily the X-Wing, the Rebellion X-Wing, because I mean, every time I see it, I just love it. Yep, I agree, Ryan. X-Wing, 100%.
Listen,
and that's in every one. Favorite Star Destroyer is probably the Republic's. Like when they came down, in Episode 3, that the double-bridged destroyer, that was definitely my favorite. It's actually called a Venator class Star Destroyer, but I got to go with the Venator.
Man, listen, y'all know the motherfucking truth. This is the truth.
Yep.
What we're speaking right now is the truth.
Yep.
We ain't messing around here, man. We ain't messing around tonight, man. We're hard. We're gung-ho tonight. And we're trumping this bitch tonight.
Yep.
Y'all can laugh, too. That's fine because we're trumping this shit.
Yep.
And I'm putting on live music right now. I have to.
All right. Yep. Cool.
Because I got to have music in the background when I talk and when I smoke and when I got alcohol buzz.
Yeah. Yep. Any more questions relating to different types of movies that I might be into, which is like, I don't know, war movies. I like war movies.
Yeah, you're too young to see all the really good ones, though.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying watch them. You just haven't been exposed to them.
And I might not be because of what I'm planning on doing in the next T-2 years. So, I mean, in that time, I'll be doing a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Like, in a couple of years, we'll be going to Newfoundland again. So that's kind of cool.
Oh, my buddy Tony's on Den of Thieves. Yeah, I read some of that when you said you're going to go see that tonight. It looks really good. Check that out. I mean, it can't be as good as The Watcher. Only he'll know what I'm talking about. But
Hello, Tony. You said hi to me.
yeah,
I just want to put a disclosure. Everyone always gets my name wrong. It's actually spelled with an F, not a PH. Blame my grandparents for that because my dad's name is also that. If you didn't know.
ah,
Yep.
that son of a bitch. Damn, finally get my damn invite. All right. Still waiting for him to come back on. But anyway, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back to just shooting shit as a solo. So I'm going to do now.
All right.
So get that. So I got some stuff we got to talk about on a one-on-one basis. But you keep watching,
Oh,
little Don.
I will as long as I know what time it is because my grandparents get salty, unfortunately.
Oh, it's time for you to go to bed.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Time for you to go to bed.
Yeah, unfortunately.
All right, well, man, it was good having you on. I will definitely have you on again.
Yeah, that's cool.
And again, this is Lil Don.
Signing out. Bye.
All right, guys, I am back. You have a rad even too, my friend. So, that was my little Don. He is my little Don, to be honest with you. I'm the Don. He's little Don. So anyway, I like to always try to pick a movie of the week. So I'm gonna show you what I bought. It's my Blu-ray release of the week, my movie of the week, but it was also my favorite movie of 2017. And mon frères, it is Blade Runner 2049. And this motherfucker is a steelbook. It is gorgeous. I mean, let me just take this out here and I'll show it to you. I mean, we've got beautiful artwork right there. On the back and on the front, we got Ryan Gosling as a badass in there. Can't believe I'd actually say that. On the back, we got Harrison Ford, badass. It was just one of those movies that it just really blew me away. I mean, I'm not sure if anybody's never seen the original one. When I first watched as a kid, I was very, very young, and you know, my mind, it was a little over my head, way over my head, you know, because very philosophical. It's based on a lot of existential philosophy, cult philosophy, as people like to say. So, you know, I was expecting lots of action guns and blah, blah, blah. Because, you know, at the time as a kid, I was exposed to Rambo and Commando and stuff like that. Yeah, Ryan, it's amazing, dude. If you like the original, I think this one's actually 10 times better. You get lost in the visuals. The visuals and just the whole meaning, the whole atmosphere. It's beautiful. So I went back and rewatched it. Well, there's like 10 billion cuts of the original one, but hey, what's up, Jimmy Gray? Give me a damn comment. They it's a 3-hour movie. This new one, and I mean, yeah, I went there, you know, stoned out of my ass and watched it, of course, but just because that's just what the Don does, with the Don and Mrs. Don, and the Don has a Mrs. Don. Yes, he does. What's that, Jimmy Gray? But no, it's one of those movies that if you like deep thinking and if you like movies that are just gonna just rock your socks and just like somehow give you some kind of meaning, you know, it's like in a movie, right? It's amazing. Hello to you too. Good comment. But guys, watch it. I mean, it's phenomenal. I had low expectations because you know they've been trying to greenlight this movie for you know a couple of decades, right? And it blew. I mean, seriously, it blew me away. It's just one of those things that, and I've seen it like twice, just because it's such a long movie. But it's one of those movies that you just don't put on in the background, something like you would with like 300 or you know one of these kind of movies. So it's one of those movies that you know whatever your vices, alcohol, drugs, or just getting high in life, watch it, dude. Because especially if you have got a 4K and a killer surround, it's theater experience. Now, if you don't have that, then well, I mean, I can't call you a bum, but you know, yeah, I'll call you a bum. Why not, man? That should be the only, I think that should be the only reason why somebody should get on welfare is so they can get an LG 65-inch OLED with a Sonos wireless surround system and just and obviously a 4K Blu-ray player and just melt your mind You know, so I recommend it. The only reason why you should ever get on welfare, just get that. But once you get off. What are you missing out on, Trish? And trust me, I just read your comment about hydro, or what they call electricity down here. Yeah, I'm sure you guys are. I know you guys are getting raped by your representative, Miss Wynn. She's a wonderful. My drug of choice. I got some shrooms. Got some LSD. Take them both. Let's trip out, man. We'll space out for about 12 hours. And we'll just keep fucking going, man. There's no point in doing things half-ass. And if Eric is still watching this, where's the bourbon? Yeah, dude, there's no point in doing anything half-ass. I mean, whether it be work, whether it be your drugs, whether it be sex, whether it be rock and roll, whether it be whatever. You should always finish something you always start. Like, for instance, I'm going to finish the cigarette once I light it up. If I can get it lit. I'll tell you what, guys, like I said, I've been doing this for about 3 months now. And I really never thought I'd have like one person watch this stuff. And you know, there's been a few times I've had 15, 20 people at one time watching. And dude, that's awesome. I mean, like I said, I'm not out to reach 1 million people. Like, I do upload this on YouTube, which I think is cool for people that missed it or want to watch it again or whatever. But I do it for you guys, really, just to have some fun. You know, I can talk the way I couldn't say at work, right? And man, that'd be cool as hell if you're crap with that, where I'm basically famous now. I mean, I've always had people like, oh, when's that new episode of Just Shooting Shit coming out? You know, when you get online with Dr. Toon, my cohort from my other show, it's a lot of fun. I mean, like I said, I just do it just for shits and giggles, and whenever there's something, important to talk about, I mean, as far as a national headline, like a real national headline. I'm not talking about the president's health or what his wife wears or any of that bullshit. I'm talking about, somebody important's impeached, or there's World War III, or, anything like that, right? No, for World War III by any means, because there's not going to be one with North Korea. We'll go in there with a few scuds, we'll knock them out, bam, it's over. There's not going to be any nuclear use over there. And you know what? We'll take care of Iran as well, too. So, not worried at all. And Russia, I don't think we're going to have anything. I don't think they're going to do anything. We're not going to do anything with them. They won't do anything with us. But anyway, no, I like to have some fun with this, guys. It's the way I get to vent. If I have a bad day or a good day, or both, whatever, and I get to see some friends and family, stuff like that, new people, so I mean, it's a blast. And speaking of old friends, I'm waiting for my old friends to get his ass on here so I can get him on the damn show with me, but he's not showing up. So if anybody wants to come on with me, I will put you on right now while I'm waiting for him. So if anybody does want to, yeah, I told Ed I'd get him on here, but he said he doesn't want to re-sign up his damn Facebook show, because I want to get him on here so him and I can debate some movies and stuff. I'm not going to talk politics because him and I will just go at each other, and I got to work with him. He's my boss, so we won't go there with that. But for anybody between now until whenever my buddy shows up, wants to get on with me, I am wanting to chit chat with somebody instead of having to read these damn comments, which I love these comments, and guys, keep them coming. So what I want to talk about right now, I always keep it entertainment based, so we're going to talk about some of the greatest groups of all time. And I'm not singling out any genre. So I will lead it off. I've got my personal favorite, but yet I've got what I would call the greatest. Now, I personally think the greatest band of all time is the mighty Led Zeppelin. And I will tell you why. Not just because they were a hero of my youth and the reason why I became a drummer because of John Bonham, because these guys could do no wrong. I mean, they play funk, they play reggae, they play folk, they play rock, they play hard rock, they play metal, they do it all. You get the most talented musician. Jimmy Page, to me, I think is the greatest guitarist that ever live. I mean, I think Jimi Hendrix is the most creative, but I think as far as note for note, I think, technically, I think Page is the best. They couldn't do anything wrong in my eyes. I mean, yeah, they had some shit songs, but then everybody has. Joy Division, very important band. They've influenced a lot of my favorite bands growing up. Joy Division was in the time of like The Cure. Bands like The Clash. I mean, I know The Clash is a little bit more punk, but still, you get bands in that era. I mean, Sushi and the Banshees, amazing band. Echo and the Bunnymen, another great band. Mr. Horton, the E Street Band, yes, I do like. Even though I differ with him on politics, I still think Bruce Springsteen's an amazing talent and he's a national staple. So yes, all the way. I've never seen him live, and I probably would go. Of course, you're gonna want to stay for about 4 hours because it's like the only 60-some-odd-year-old man I know that plays for 4 hours and an instrument too. God Almighty, yeah. I mean, amazing talent, that band, always. And I love his earlier stuff better. Oh, I'm with you on that, Ryan. GNR. GNR, that was when it came out in 87. Actually, it's funny, it came out in 87, and they came out with Welcome to the Jungle, the first single off the album. And it didn't really do anything. And then in 88, when they decided to just release, Sweet Child of Mine, and then the rest is history. I mean, they were... I'll just let my cigarette go up because I'm talking about music, which I can easily do. It was funny because they came from the glam era, and they came from the Sunset Strip, in Los Angeles. And yeah, they had some of the poofy hair, at least Axl did, but they were not a hair metal band. They were like just balls to your fucking wall, like punk attitude, right? Like just fuck you. And you know what? I'm gonna take this music and I'm gonna jam it down your fucking throat. And you're gonna love it, and that's what everybody did. Amazing band. At least they were. Axl Rose is like 5,000 pounds now. He sucks now. Even though he still has some pipes, I'll give him that. But still, whatever. No, I don't think the Beatles are overrated. I don't. I definitely don't. Reason being is, I mean, yeah, there were bands. There were people before them, like Elvis obviously started a lot of, maybe even all the mainstream rock. But still, the Beatles, when they came across, with the Who, the Stones, and the Kinks for the British Invasion. I mean, when they did Ed Sullivan Show for the first time, it was over. I mean, it was over. I mean, yeah, you can easily probably say they were the first boy band, and yeah, they kind of were in their earlier stages, Clean Cut, and the chicks loved them and stuff like that. But when they got into, and they're very relevant. I mean, like their Bubblegum Pop, I love, but when they got into their Sgt. Pepper, like psychedelic, Let It Be, Abbey Road stuff, I mean, they just became a new thing. Like a new body, and it was just amazing. So no, I don't think they're overrated. Do I like King Crimson? Yes, I do. That's some very good 70s, still going actually, like just really just avant-garde, like experimental, what you call noise rock, stuff like that. I mean, amazing. I mean, you can definitely tell that King Crimson was definitely influenced by a lot of Pink Floyd. But see, without King Crimson, you wouldn't have another one of my favorite bands, which is Tool. And Tool, to me, is kind of like they were the 90s and they're still going. They're kind of like this generation's Rush. They have that very good progressive sound to them, so. Yeah, a lot of King's Crimson does sound like it could have been made today. You're absolutely right. I mean, they just have a timeless sound to them. Not a lot of people know who they are, and I'm glad that you mentioned them. That's awesome. That is awesome. We Can Work It Out is an awesome Beatles song, but no, it's not I don't think it's their best song ever. I think their best song ever... I mean, they got so many amazing songs, and not necessarily my favorite song of all time, but I think their best song... I'm going to have to go with Let It Be. I think that's just... It's a timeless song. It's just one, like I said, it's not my favorite song. My favorite song from them is off of Sgt. Pepper's album. It's called Within You, Without You. It's George Harrison on the sitar. It's freaking ridiculous. Revolver's an amazing Beatles album. That's when they started going psychedelic, right around that era too. So yes, and you got to thank Bob Dylan for that, because Bob Dylan's one that brought drugs to them. He said, "Hey, try some LSD," and bam, next thing you know, they're over in India, fucking doing all this crazy shit. Or at least George Harrison stayed there longer, but he did the whole Tibet thing and the whole Bangladesh thing. And as soon as they grew their hair out, it's just like, fuck yeah, dude, we are gonna. I mean, we are gonna just change rock and roll again, and they did. Because you listen to the opening song of Abbey Road, "Come Together." I mean, how many people have covered that song? That song is just like one of the greatest opening tracks of any album, in my opinion, personally. I mean, it set the tone, and that's the thing. An opening song should always set the tone for the album, the way it's going to be. Oh, I definitely not forget Hendrix. I mentioned him a little bit earlier. Hendrix is the most creative guitarist. There's things that he did that people are still trying to do that can't do. I mean, the man was a left-handed genius. I mean, he played he played with his strings upside down so he can, because they don't make a lot of left-hand guitars. So they did that, and he just got so used to it, he just kept on doing it. Yeah, Jimi Hendrix all the way. I mean, Band of Gypsies. I mean, God Almighty. I mean, the guy had a ridiculous rhythm section too. Man, yeah, Mitch Mitchell on drums. I mean, he just passed away. Last year before. It's one of the saddest days for me because growing up in the Zeppelin era and the Black Sabbath, they're an amazing group. There's so many of these groups that have really shaped my identity. I mean, you get sorry guys, I'm just trying to see here who is on my broadcast. If I didn't give a shout out for everybody, that's awesome. I'm not a huge Smiths fan, but if I had to, I'd probably go with Meat is Murder. I've just never been I respect them completely for what they did. I just never been a big Morrissey fan. But like I said, I respect him. It's like Kiss. I can't stand Kiss, but I respect them. I mean, even though Kiss is like the most marketed band in history. And yes, you're absolutely right. Ozzy was a game changer. I loved him equally as good by himself for the most part. But I liked it also when Ronnie James Dio, which technically obviously is a better singer than Ozzy. Ozzy was just the front man, right? But I really respected it when Ronnie James Dio changed the name from Sabbath and they just went to Heaven and Earth. I'm sorry, Heaven and Hell. But yeah, Ozzy, dude. I mean, Black Sabbath all the way. I mean, honestly, without Black Sabbath, arguably, no, it's not even an argument. It's a fact. They started metal, as we know. And then bands followed after them, like your Aerosmiths and Judas Priest, and your band Iron Maiden, and you name it. Here's the thing: if you like heavy metal, you like hard rock. I don't care what decade you're in. You have your music's influenced by Sabbath, whether you like it or not, or know it or not. My Bloody Valentine is awesome, James. I've never listened to Slow Dive, but I know who you're talking about. If you like My Bloody Valentine, I forget what her name is, the singer. She was in a side project. She only did 2 albums. It's called Snow Pony. It's Snopony. Check it out. It's phenomenal. It's actually in some ways surpasses My Bloody Valentine to an extent because it's a little bit different. It's a little bit more spacier. It's really spacey. Yeah, I'll definitely. I got that Apple Music thing, so I'll put some Slow Dive on my commute, my short commute to work tomorrow. Take a gander at those guys. I'm always looking for new bands, guys, and I'm always wanting to talk about new bands and old bands and shit bands and good bands and all that fucking bullshit, right? Because here's the thing. I love, as much as I love movies, and I'm like the biggest movie freak in the world. I gotta have music. Music is. When you say there's Souvlaki, I will check that out, my friend. I will check that out tomorrow, actually. There's a lot of music, a lot of bands that have shaped my personality, sometimes in the moment, and as I evolved as a human becoming. I've opened doors, in my psyche to different bands maybe I never thought I'd ever give a chance. Like I said before, in the 90s, I never would have gave a chance to bands like Radiohead or, stuff like that. Tool, and I would have gave Tool a chance no matter what, just because they're just so fucking heavy in their own way. Painted Black by the Stones, awesome, even though this is a very I don't know if I would call it their Freebird because it's played so much because there's so many Stone songs that are played. But yeah, it's an amazing song. I love it. I love their. I mean, some other bands have done it, but you know, obviously they're the best, of course, that have done it. Favorite Radiohead album? Oh, it's easy. It's OK Computer. I mean, OK Computer was the '90s Dark Side of the Moon from Pink Floyd. You know, it's funny about Radiohead when they started off with Pablo Honey. Didn't really care for it that much, and then the Bends came out, and that's what Creep was on. And it's funny because I mean everybody loved Creep when it came out, but it's like they just it's like they went completely different after that because Radiohead became just like this entity of its own, and then you have Kid A and Amnesiac. Oh, the Prez one, sweet. Then you have Kid A, Amnesiac, and Rainbows. I mean, you had just so many amazing albums that Tom York put out. James, if you haven't listened to Kid A or Amnesiac, check those two out first too. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. Creep is so overrated. It's kind of like, Smells Like Teen Spirit's so overrated from Nirvana. Which don't get me wrong, I loved it, but I loved it when it first came out. It's not one of those songs that I will listen to over and over again. But my favorite song by Nirvana, Mr. Chapin's asking me. Awesome. I'm glad you tuned in, Trish, and I might be on for a little bit longer. If not, then catch me on Saturday for my dual show with the Dr. Tune. I would say my favorite song by Nirvana. Oh God, that's a good one because they've got a lot of good ones. I'm gonna probably have to say the opening track off of In Utero, "Serve the Servants." It's just being a drummer, like that to me was the album. It was up, Derek. About time you got your ass on here. It was the album that finally showed the world like the superiority of Dave Grohl's drumming ability, right? I mean, it's like boom, 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 like his bass kick, right? Which is just so reminiscent of Zeppelin, Sabbath, all the great ones before, right? And it really, I mean, I always thought that Kurt Cobain was a really good songwriter, but that album really, I thought, showed off their technical ability for what they could do. And sadly, it was our last album. Excuse me. I got to do a little bit more Lysol here, guys. I just let one rip and this stinks bad. I'm with a gag. That's what you get for eating deviled eggs and booze for the last couple hours. But no, ironically, and I love the whole Seattle grunge movement was my era. Excuse me. Hey, what's up, Brad? Man, I haven't talked to you in, I don't know, 20, 30 years, something like that. What's going on, bud? Man, tune into the show, dude. And if anybody actually wants to get on the show with me, again, like I said, I will add you and we will do a split-screen conversation. You had so many wonderful bands, right? I mean, you had Nirvana, which kind of paved the way. But at the same time, you had bands that were just starting to become up-and-comers at the time. Soundgarden, Alice in Chains, Pearl Jam boomed. What's going on, Mark, dude? I haven't talked to you in forever either, my friend. How's it going? We are living in a Trump society, my brother. Economy's looking good. Military's looking strong. We're going to kick some motherfucking ass all the way around. So, anyway, Alice in Chains is going to be my all-time favorite. Always. Always has, always will be. Lane Staley had the most haunting, but yet, like, soothing voice at the same time. That makes any sense, right? It's just ridiculous how talented that man was, and unfortunately, like a lot of great, musicians and not necessarily athletes, but musicians and actors and actresses, they died too early because I wouldn't say they take the. Oh, all right, my brother. That's a little Donnie's getting out of here. All right, peace out, my friend. We'll talk soon. But anyway, it's like, I guess when they get hooked on drugs, it's like certain drugs, it's like it's not good enough for them, right? It's like, what's wrong with smoking a joint, eating a Twinkie, maybe getting a blowjob, having sex, and going to fucking bed and go to work? It's like we live in a world, like Dennis Leary said, we live in a world where cocaine is not good enough. You always gotta fucking do something that, is just gonna go bigger, faster, better, right? So, me personally, I don't do that. If anybody wants to do that shit, they want to do some cocaine, some yayo, it's all good. But me, I just smoke the dope, the odd shroom once in a while. It's about all I do. Just because, that's just my preference. But anyway, anybody's got their preference. Nobody that does it, that's cool too. That's cool too. Nobody's ever going to force you. Well, no, I might force you one day to do it, but you never know. When it comes time to like my birthday and stuff like that, it's usually when I like get a little rowdy. And we always go down the Newmans, which is only 6 months down the road. We're going to do Newmans again, guys. So we're going to do a pre-plan here for our party. For my party, for my birthday, my 40th fucking birthday. Can you believe that shit? I can't believe it, man. But no, it was sad. I'm still sad over the loss of Chris Cornell. Chester Bennington died. I never was a huge Linkin Park fan. The first album's actually pretty solid, but when he starts doing this crawling in my skin, I was like, oh man, it's still not as bad as I do rapping in the background. But still, the first album was still pretty solid, though, right? But when Chris Cornell died, it was a shock to many different generations, right? A lot of people are like, oh man, I love them in Audio Slave. I'm like, you ever hear Soundgarden? Vaguely, what is that? Never mind. So it's just like when people are like, oh, I love Metallica. I love Enter Sandman. I'm like, that's cool. That's probably their last decent shit, but I guess you ever listen to Blackened from Justice for All, or I don't know, maybe some Whiplash from like, oh, I don't know, Am I Evil? Eric is watching. Eric, do you want to come online with me? You want to come on the show with me and do Where's the Bourbon? I would gladly put you on here. But know your history. That's all I'm saying, right? Know your history. That's all I gotta say. Just because a band has got like one song that's super huge or more songs that are super huge, chances are if they're a good band now, they were probably a better band before they got famous. For the most part, you got a few of your bands that still remain consistent. Your AC/DCs and obviously Tom Petty. God bless Tom Petty. Tom Petty could do no wrong. The guy's one of my all-time favorites. It's great driving music, great music to smoke dope too, obviously, because that's what he did it too. But there's just an oversaturation of garbage out today, right? Like us, growing up. What's up, Brian? Man, I haven't seen or talked to you in forever, my friend. Hope you are doing well, man. Add on some comments here. We're doing a Q&A session. Pretty much, we're on music right now. If you want to ask me anything or spew a comment, and I will actually respond to it. That's my whole live ordeal. Growing up, obviously the new wave of pop for me in the '80s. Wham! Not gonna lie. Depeche Mode, which I still one of my all-time favorite groups. You got your Prince. Of course, who'd ever think that Prince would just blossom into just like amazing artist? Not just guitarist, but an artist. Not a guitarist, but just an artist, right? And then of course the hair metal community, Poisons and your Rats and your Wingers and all that bullshit. And then of course, then that wasn't good enough, so we had to get a little bit heavier. So obviously, I started getting into what they call the Big Four. It's your thrash. That's your Metallicas, your Megadeths, your Anthraxes, and your Slayers. Definitely the Big Four. There's other bands that are just good, if not better than some of those, but still, they're the ones that kind of flew the flag early on and the highest because they, I guess, became the biggest. I agree with you. If you just want to smoke a J and listen to some music, Bob Marley's definitely up there. Then again, I'd put Dark Side Moon there, obviously. Even some early Sublime too, which is very reminiscent of kind of like punk meets Bob Marley reggae. So yes, definitely. And then the '90s was kind of dormant for metal as a whole. Like your big bands weren't really doing anything, so you started getting into like your Panteras, your White Zombies, a band called Helmet, another great band, and stuff like that. And let's take a break for that. It's like best AC/DC album. Okay, that's a good one because. Well, see, I haven't liked their last 3 or 4, but that doesn't matter because they weren't landmarks anyway. I know the fan favorite is probably going to be Back in Black, obviously. It's Brian Johnson's first album with them, ironically their biggest. And as much as I love both, I'm a bigger Bon Scott fan, so Let There Be Rock is my favorite album, flat out. And then probably after that is probably Highway to Hell. The reason why hey, welcome back, Trish. The reason why I like the Bon Scott stuff better is that it's not necessarily better music per se. It's just it was exploring more their bluesier roots, right? I mean, the song "Let There Be Rock" me a badass song, man. The first song off that album, "Go Down," man, that's bluesy as fuck, you know. And then they, with Brian Johnson, they hooked up with Mutt Lang, the producer, which ended up producing like all their big shit, produced all the Def Leppard stuff, and married Shania Twain, produced her, made lots of money off her too, of course. But he like made them like this huge studio, I'm not studio, but this huge stadium rock band, right? They're out there like, before they would be opening up for bands like the Scorpions or whatever, and then pretty soon they started being the main band, right? But yeah, definitely Let There Be Rock, then Highway to Hell. Then I would probably say Back in Black's probably the third. Um, yeah, Back in Black, then probably The Razor's Edge. Even though The Razor's Edge is my favorite song from them, which is the title track from The Razor's Edge. It's such a different, heavier song for them. But after Razor's Edge, I didn't care for Stiff Upper Lip. Stiff Upper Lip garbage. I didn't care for that. What was that album after Razor's Edge? What was that? What was it called? Ballbreaker. I didn't care for that shit either. I mean, yeah, again, it's AC/DC, but it was stagnant, right? Like bands like that, you don't have to reintroduce yourself or rediscover yourself and have a new sound, because obviously, if Tom Petty or the Stones are in these bands that are they're awesome, but they're basic in a way. Because you listen to a Stones song, and I love the Stones, but you don't get that magical feel when you hear Jimmy Page like playing a guitar solo or David Gilmour doing the Comfortably Numb thing. But it works. I mean, it works, and that's the thing I like about bands like that. And some of my most influential bands, as far as I am. One more comment: the Tea Party, which is my all-time favorite band. They let's see here. They brought a wide range of culture, music, and still bring down. Yeah, they are. You're absolutely right. I mean, they've done wonders for a lot of things, and they're definitely my favorite band of all time. And there'll never be another band that'll reach them for me. Okay, Trish, I'm glad you came back. You have a good one, sweetie. All right, let's comment here from Ryan. What happens to music that you listen to and it just moves you? And I mean, after you were done with it, you were like, damn, that was good. You're absolutely right. I mean, where's the integrity, right? Where's the soul? It's like now people are making, and it's been going on like this for a while. I mean, bands or artists are making it just so they can be heard on the radio all the time, or they can be on the cover of Rolling Stone magazine or Spin or whatever, whatever medium they want to go to. That's why I've always thought that bands that came from England and Europe in general were more intelligent. The Beatles, the Stones, Zeppelin, stuff like that. Obviously, it's a different era, but it's like make music for art, make it for your soul. Honestly, and other people have said this too. Seriously, make music. Because like personally, me, when I made music, and I mean I never made it big as a musician, but whenever I played, every band I was always involved in, we always wanted to play music that we wanted to go listen to, that we wanted to hear. We didn't care about I mean, yeah, it's always nice if you make a success out of it. Obviously, that's a dream thing for people to make their passion their career, whether it be a doctor or a painter, a musician, artist, whatever it may be, right? You get serious about it, but you have to be serious about it, and you've got to and just the hell with the consequences. If you fail, pick back up and do it again. Most people have failed a few times before they became successful. It's like that saying: you gotta learn the crawl before you can walk. Right? That's the truth. So, yes, I miss hearing, and not just a song, an album from beginning to end, and wanting to go back and listen to it again, like right after it. That's been a long time since I've ever actually felt that way. I mean, there's bands out there I like right now, but even a lot of them now are succumbing to, I got to work. I understand you get treated as business, because you got to make money for your family or whatever it is. I mean, not everybody can, be as big. is Paul McCartney or the Rolling Stones, Metallica, Nickelback, whatever. But it's one of those things that, yeah, just like my buddy Ryan here just said, people stop putting their soul into it. That's absolutely right. It's like they forgot. A lot of them forgot where they came from. And don't get me wrong, people are entitled to put out a shitty album. Almost everybody has. There are a few exceptions in my day, but still. Even most of my favorite bands that put out, if not a shitty album, half a shitty album, or 4 or 5, shitty songs. There's only a few bands to me that have ever put out, like, constant, like, sequential, back-to-back perfect albums. Even my favorite band, even what I call the greatest band of all time, Zeppelin, even had some shit albums. Or shit album, which would have been their last album, Into the Outdoor. It was garbage. I mean, you go from doing Black Dog and Days Confused to a fucking song called Hot Dog. Come on. Garbage. Pure rubbish. Garbage. And Robert Plant, if you're watching it, shame on you. I love you. I mean, if I was ever to be a singer, you'd be my guru, but garbage. Get a life. Even though you're doing the shit now with Alison Krauss again, from what I've heard, which that was amazing too, but, no, garbage. And Jimmy Page, shame on you for doing fucking Cashmere with Puff Daddy for Godzilla back in 98. The song Come With Me. He's like, come with me. I mean, come on, dude. Garbage. I mean, Jimmy Page, you don't need the money. I mean, you never needed the money. I mean, holy shit. Oh, my buddy Chris is on. What's up, Chris? You missed the last one or two, but I'm glad you are making this one. Yeah, Metallica, you're absolutely right. Metallica is a perfect example. And I can't blame Bob Rock, their producer, that produced the Black Album and all the other ones up until these last couple. He was hired to do a job. He did a job. He performed it well. And that's not Metallica. That's not his fault. He's a producer. It's Metallica for wanting to go that route. And now they're in their mid-50s. They're trying to get it back. And there's a few songs here and there that are pretty good. But it just seems so forced. I finally woke up one day and said, you know what? I got to stop kidding myself telling me I like these new albums. A few songs here and there. But it just seems so forced. They're trying to be relevant again. And yeah, I understand they'll sell it anywhere they go on a basis of, I mean, maybe their old stuff. I mean, yeah, they get fans no matter what. But, even before the Black Album, I mean, the Black Album, to me, is the greatest hard rock album of all time. But it's not a Metallica album. It is a well-produced, like, hard rock album. And if that would have been Metallica's first album, dude, I mean, I'd still be talking about how amazing it is. But ironically, my favorite song actually from... All right, Jimmy Gray, awesome to see you. I'm glad you finally contributed tonight, man. That's awesome, dude. Like, my favorite song from them is Forever I May Roam. I'm a big Middle Eastern music fan, so I love how the intros kicks in. It just just kicks in hard. Now, I've lost the map just before saying Anger, man. Load and Reload. Load and Reload could have been made into one album. That S&M shit was garbage. I mean, that No Leaf Clover. Garbage. Then they do a fucking song for the Biker Boys soundtrack with Ja Rule. And then they do that stupid I Disappear song for Mission Impossible 2. Hey, hey, hey. That's the problem. James Hetfield thinks he's a singer. He's a frontman. He needs just to fucking scream like he used to, play his guitar, and stop being a whiny little bitch. And that's where Megadeth almost went. Until they actually got their balls back on their last album. But no, it's like... And then the bands that were making relevant music, like, your Radioheads, your Tools, Nine Inch Nails. Even Nine Inch Nails' last couple have been garbage. They're not even really putting out albums that often anymore. They're just going on the touring cycle. And that's sad because, these bands... Hey, what's up, Big Velvet, my buddy Robert? What's up, man? I'm glad you tuned in. It's like the record labels, unless they go underground to an independent record label, all they want is, like, what's going to be on iTunes, top 100, or something like that, and that's sad. And yes, we do need another band like Queen. I'm a huge Queen fan, especially their 70s stuff. I mean, their 80s, like, pop was it was good, it was really good still, but it wasn't like, Tie Your Mother Down, or fucking Stone Cold Crazy kind of shit. But, my favorite song did come from the 80s, and that was The Show Must Go On. I mean, that song still to the day, even as a 40-year-old man sitting there telling you this, gives me cold fucking chills. I mean, Freddie Mercury is like a rock god. I mean, he is just like the epitome of, like, what a rock person should sound like and what should do. You know, oh, I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean to cut you off there. Sorry about that, guys. Give me 1 second here. I'm trying to. Here we go. Here we go. I'm back. Yeah, it was sad when he passed, right? You know, we lost a great one, and I know they tried to revamp Queen a couple times. They did it with Paul Rogers from Bad Company, and I love Bad Company. I think Paul Rogers is an amazing vocalist, just not the pipes for Queen. And then they also did, and I think he did a really good job for this as subbing in. Was that I think Adam Lambert is still doing it with them. I always said when I saw him on American Idol, if anybody can sound like Freddie Mercury, he would be the one I think came close. So yeah, Queen all the way. I mean, Queen is just a very, very still relevant band. I mean, they were theatrical, they were heavy, they were mellow, they were romantic, they were poppy. You know, they were grungy. You know, it was just another great UK band. I mean, shit. I mean, what else can you say about that? You know, but again, oversaturation of garbage out there today. You see the video of Kiss making yeah, I saw the video of Kiss making a report take off the Iron Maiden shirt. Fuck you. Iron Maiden can run circles around Kiss, man. Kiss doesn't want to play their own instruments. You're absolutely right, Eric. I've never seen Springsteen, and that's another reason why I love to see him, because he's so diverse in his, you know, in his song choice. I mean, obviously he plays, of course, the staples, Born in the USA, you know, Glory Days, stuff like that. But he's got. I mean, here's the thing. I understand that like Born in the USA made him like this superstar rock icon worldwide, right? You know, just everyday New Jersey boy. But his back catalog, I think, is actually better. Like, to me, my favorite album from him was Nebraska. When he was doing, I like his vocals better when he's subdued, and he's like, "Born in the USA." You know, I like him when he's more subdued. You know, kind of like when he sings like "The Streets of Philadelphia," which is like one of those beautiful songs and sad songs ever made. When he sings like that, I love his voice so much better. But I mean, yeah, Springsteen. I mean, like I said, politically, him and I don't see eye to eye. But he's still a cool dude. You know, he's an American icon. God bless. You know, man, there's a little bit of Frank Sinatra. Strangers in the night, exchanging clothing. Well, I was surprised. You've seen him 6 times. He's only played Born in the USA. He's probably tired I'm sure he's tired of playing that shit. I don't blame him, because that's what everybody wants to hear. Play that motherfucker Born in the USA. You know, but nobody wants to hear Tonal. I mean, nobody ever calls out for Tonal Love or, you know, something like that. Because I mean, he's got some really good songs. I mean, I'm with you on that. I mean, you're definitely this guy right here, guys. Tonight, Mr. Eric Horton is the biggest Bruce Springsteen diehard fan in the world. He should be running the damn. Bruce Springsteen fan club. Billy Joel. I like Piano Man. I tell you what, man. Either he really fucked it up really bad, or Chrissy Brinkley was a total cunt, because he was married at the time, and she's still sexy as hell. Married to like the most beautiful girl in the world at the time. And then he got sued for "We Didn't Start the Fire." I mean, yeah, he had a couple songs out. Like, he's totally irrelevant. I mean, he's he's kind of like Elton John for me. I like Elton John better. No, We Didn't Start the Fire. That was not a good song. I just didn't like that. You know, he was just doing. I understand when you're in the '80s, you gotta sound like an '80s band and make it still big and get a big pop single on the radio. And it's like fucking Elton John goes from like singing like what fucking what was that song that Elton John sang there? Fucking oh god, what's the song? Fucking it was on Almost Famous, the movie. Tiny Dancer, great song. That song, Tiny Dancer, great song. Then he goes to sing that song in the fucking '80s. Nikita will never know. I'm like, dude, no. I totally get why he did "Candle in the Wind." It's a beautiful tribute to a beautiful woman, Princess Diana, God bless. But it's like Lynyrd Skynyrd. Nobody wants to hear their new shit anymore. Hell, I don't think there's anybody even alive in Lynyrd Skynyrd that's original anymore. People want to hear, you know, Freebird, Sweet Home Alabama, the shit nobody wants to hear. If you go with the ladies, Stevie Nicks, definitely. I mean, if you want to even go further, Fleetwood Mac. The 70s Fleetwood Mac. For Rumors, there's another album right there. It's a perfect album to smoke a J2, get in your car and go for a nice road trip. Oh, what a good album. Even though I'm a big Christina McVie fan, the other backup singer, but Stevie Nicks, Gold Dust Woman, haunting. Now, if you want to go as a ladies group, 70s Heart, that's what rocked. I mean, they come out with fucking Barracuda. Dun, 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 dun. I mean, that's like fucking female Led Zeppelin. I mean, they were so good that even like people like Philip Anselmo, ex-singer from Pantera, was talking about how awesome they were. They might have been the first female hard rock metal group, to be honest with you. Then, of course, they succumbed to the 80s shit, if you want to put it that way. Gotta have their ballad, But I mean, fucking, how can you go from like shit in the 80s that they did to like fucking Dreamboat Annie, man, fucking Magic Man, what a song, dude, fucking Magic Man, what a bad or Lost. Yeah, I like the Runaways because I was Joan Jett and I hate Meta Ford, but she was still in there. I mean, they definitely, late 70s, man, they were in some wild shit for underage chicks. I'll tell you that. Damn well, man, they were probably snorting coke off each other's assholes, probably. And probably having like two schlongs in their hands at the same time. I wouldn't be surprised. Hey, that's rock star life, right? Especially in the 70s. They didn't give a fuck. They didn't know what They really didn't know what HIV was back then. The only thing they had back then was gonorrhea. Fuck your dick hurt, man, go get a shot. Taken care of. That's pretty much how it was back in the day. STDs are a lot more simpler back then, right? I mean, I guess it was kind of hard to get an STD from a chick, trying to, just get your way through that porn bush, the 70s porn fro bush. Not anymore, right? Best female group, Poison. Yeah. Yeah. It's funny about Poison. Well, actually, everything's funny about Poison, but I know everybody loves, every rose has its thorn. And I understand it's got a damn place in fucking rock history, like a lot of those garbage ballads. But they had one really good song. Well, a couple good songs. But they had the one song, Give Me Something to Believe In. That's a very inspirational song, dude. And, Bret Michaels seems like he'd be a pretty cool dude. So, I'm not a Poison fan anymore. I can't believe it. I popped on Open Up and Say Aw about a month ago. And that's what had a lot of their big, that's what had Every Rose Has a Thorn on there. And what Unskinny Bop, I believe, was on there. And I start listening to it. And I'm like, I actually listened to the shit. I mean, holy shit. But some of the bands, just actually asked Nikki Sixx about the STDs. Actually, I read his memoirs. It's called The Heroin Diaries, like 6, maybe 7 times. That's some insightful shit, not only on Motley Crue, but all the other people that he did stuff with, man. I mean, you get these squeaky clean looking, acting people on stage like John Bon Jovi. He did just as much drugs as all of them. Actually, I think they said they found him in a dumpster or something like that, just like messed up. It was something like that. But I mean, yeah, Nikki Sixx definitely. But I go back and I listen to bands that were considered hair, and I listen to them now and I'm like, no, they weren't hair. Like, listen to Cinderella. Their first 3 albums, which was Night Song, even though on that album they dressed like they were glam, but they were not glam. They were just hard rock blues, is what they were. Then you get Heartbreak Station, and then you get Long Cold Hard Winter. And there's a song that starts that album. It's called The Bad Seamstress Blues. Shit, dude. For 28 years later, it still sounds like it could have come out yesterday and kick some fucking ass. So Cinderella all the way. Warrant, no thank you. I like the one song from Warrant, and that was Uncle Tom's Cabin. That's it. Heavy ass fucking song. Oh yeah, I remember the Dick and the Burrito. Yes. Yeah, everybody, y'all need to read the Heroin Diaries. It is like the most, like, it'll just suck you in. Like, if you don't think you've got enough time to read it, don't read it, but because you'll just dedicate your whole days to watch it. I read it in one day. Yes, Uncle Tom's Cabin from Warrant. The only good song I like from Warrant. Now, they did make one album After Cherry Pie, it was called. Oh, I forget what it was called. It was Danny Lane's. It was his, no, it was two albums after. It was. It was actually they were trying to go grunge. It was actually a really good album too. But grunge had already hit, and it was kind of going on its downfall. So it was kind of in the wrong time, the wrong place, kind of thing. But no, it was actually a really, really good album too. Another band that got labeled as hair, and they started off that way, was Skid Row. Yeah, they had I'll Remember You and 16 Life was kind of a ballad, but to me, they put out one of the top 10 greatest albums of. Well, thanks for tuning in there, my sister Allison. Love you too, and yes, you have a good night, and thanks for showing up. But Skid Row, they came out, their second album, to me, was one of the greatest hard rock metal albums of all time. And that would be Slave to the Grind. Heavy as shit. People were probably wanting, another I Will Remember You. No. Their battle on there was Quicksand Jesus. And that was just a really disturbing, haunting, beautiful song. Heavy, too. But yes, Sebastian Bach, no, not hair metal at all. Love those guys. Slaughter, I like Stick It To You. I love, Fly to the Angels. I mean, that's just an amazing song. And he kind of has the same kind of vocal style as Tom Kiefer from Cinderella. And I don't know how these people are still singing like that after all these years. I mean, don't you think their voices would be gone by now? But again, you had that gap. You had to have that gap between the hair metal and obviously, your grunge. Then, of course, the new metal and stuff like that. Then I'm not even talking about fucking boy bands and all that shit, but why isn't he coming on? Son of a bitch. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to invite this gentleman right here. See if he wants to get on with me. If he gets on with my buddy Chris. I've actually played a little bit of music with him back in the day too, man. He was a hell of a guitarist too. But he might be at work though. Yeah, he's probably at work, that's why he declined. It's no big deal. Or he doesn't want to get on. But it's all good. It's all good. At least I got him live here with me giving me some comments. But yes. Eric, where's the bourbon? I said, where's the fucking bourbon? But man, I'll tell you what, who is excited for some good movies this summer? Man, I'm pumped for Han Solo. I'm pumped for the Black Panther movie. We got the Super Troopers 2 coming out finally. It better be as good, if not better than the first one. Probably won't, but hopefully it is. One can only hope, right? Man, we got the Avengers coming out. I don't think, hopefully no DC movies are coming out this spring or summer. DC is, well, I've never been a big DC fan except for Batman. But they let me down. Justice League I thought was garbage. Wonder Woman was a pretty kick-ass movie. Batman vs. Superman was almost as bad as Suicide Squad. And I'm not just saying that because I'm biased because I'm a Marvel fan over DC. It's just because they were bad movies. I own them, yes, because Best Buy has a nice marketing scam of making all their Blu-rays and 4Ks from the superhero shit into steelbooks. And they know people like me are a sucker for this shit. I'm going to spend my hard-earned fucking cash buying a steelbook. So, I mean, it is what it is, and I'll buy Justice League steelbook when it comes out too. Yes, I will. Gotta have the damn collection going, but still, the fact of the matter is, the marketing scheme. Fuck you guys for doing that. But at the same time, I love you because it builds my collection. So while I do my incoherent rambling, I want somebody else to ask me another good question. I want a good question. I don't care what it is. And while you guys are thinking about that, let's talk about 80s comedies. So, excuse me, my back is bad from laying down, not laying down like this, but slouching down like this. I shouldn't be slouching, but 80s comedies, right? And there's a lot of them, because to me, 80s was the staple decade for comedies. You had raunchy comedies, you had teen comedies, which were usually raunchy comedies. You had your family comedies that were actually really still pretty damn good. Sorry guys, I'm gonna sit back for a second. Like me, my all-time favorite comedy, not only of the '80s but of all time, is Caddyshack. I love Caddyshack. It had like the perfect ensemble for a comedy movie. You had Bill Murray, you had Ted Knight, you had Chevy Chase, you had Rodney Dangerfield when he was, just getting started, right, in movies. It was just every one-liner in there was amazing. A lot of it was ad-lib too. And that was the genius of some of these people. It wasn't even a script. Harold Ramis, God bless his soul, is dead now, directed it. And if people don't know who that is, played Egon in the Ghostbusters movies. That's what he's most known for acting. He directed it. He directed, Caddyshack. It's just ridiculous. He directed the first Vacation, National Lampoon's, Vacation, Wally World movie. That's another one. Fletch, another one. Spies Like Us, another one. Three Amigos, another one. See a trend with these movies? They all have Chevy Chase. Back to School, another great movie. Easy Money, another great movie. Then you had, obviously, Ghostbusters. And Ghostbusters 2 was okay, but you had Uncle Buck, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, Summer Rental. You had, there's a lot of these Weird Science, Breakfast Club, Fast Times at Ridgemont High, which I think depicted the decade the best as far as, teen angst and high school life, stuff like that. One of my other all-time favorites is Can't Buy Me Love, which I thought was a really just phenomenal, comedy for the 80s. And then also you got stuff like Overboard, which is, a classic. I know I'm missing a bunch. I'm just kind of giving some of the staples. Beetlejuice. You've got, Naked Gun, Top Secret, Airplane 1 and 2. The list goes on, folks, what's on there. So, looks like nobody's want to give me a comment, so shame on you people for doing that. So yes, guys, I've had a blast with all this kind of stuff. I'm always having fun with this kind of stuff, This is just me with my ramblings, my political shit once in a while, my incoherent babblings, and answering y'all's questions whenever you guys decide y'all want to do one, or ask one or two comments, stuff like that. And let's actually see who's watching right now still. We got, I'll see a couple people are still watching. That's good. We got a little quiet. That's all good. Eric, you want to get on here with me? Come on. You want to get on here with me? Anybody will get on here with me. Come on. Let's just shoot this shit together. Instead of me talking just to the camera and hoping people are watching this, I want to talk to somebody. I was actually supposed to do the show yesterday, but again, my eye was messed up and stuff like that, so. Come on, somebody's got a comment for me. Well, I drink my pretty much mostly vodka now. I guess nobody wants to. Okay. Well, hey, it's all good. It's just me on here. Whoever's listening, it's cool. If not, fuck you. I don't care. Oh, I got a little bit more of the Lysol Gold here. I'm trying to let them silence so y'all don't hear my flatulence. It's a good thing you don't have to smell it either, right? But guys, it's a lot of fun doing this for you guys. I love it. I love the nights when I have like tons of people in here. Because most people I know, obviously, just answering your comments and your questions and shooting shit with you, having a good time and pulling your chain, you pull my chain, arguing, debating, stuff like that. We keep it civil, we keep it fun. That's what I like to do, even though I don't have any boundaries and I really don't have any rules here. Stuff like that. So, but guys, it is going on 11:40. I am going to call this a night. I'm exhausted. I gotta get up. I gotta go earn $1 tomorrow. Hopefully, my next paycheck. Well, as you know, in February, the tax cut thing kicks in, so hopefully our paychecks will look a lot better. I know my 401k is looking a lot better. So, guys, this is the Don, your conservative friendly pal. I love you. Thank you for who showed up tonight, and for whoever watches on my YouTube channel. It's awesome. And Saturday, we'll have another episode of Just Our Opinion, the voice of a dying generation, with me, yours truly, and my cohort and brother from the same mother, Dr. Toon, and we're going to just give it up hard. So I'll be advertising a little bit more than this one. But anyway, guys, peace out. I love y'all motherfuckers. And this is the motherfucking Don saying good night. We are just done shooting the shit.